Hello, beauties. I am Alana, and this is the first day of the rest of my life. That is dramatic, but it is true. I am going to be 33 in 3 days, and today is the day I am picking back up on the dream that my 18-year-old self put down, and that is becoming a nurse. And it all starts here. It all starts here with my prereqs. And just for a little bit of background, I've wanted to be in the medical industry, specifically in nursing, since I was 14. My dad had a brain aneurysm and he was in the ICU for a while, and his medical team just had me in awe, especially the nurses. I remember asking them so many questions about how they got into nursing, how they liked it, what did they do in a day, all of these things. And throughout high school, I always kept that in mind. And so my first semester of college, I actually was taking nursing prereqs. I took an anatomy class, and at the time, I had very low self-esteem, very low self-worth, and I did not believe in myself, and I did not think I could do hard things, and that class was hard for me. I had never applied myself in high school, and so to be hit in the face with a class that hard, I thought to myself that nursing was not for me, that I was not smart enough to do it, and so I switched to business. And then I ended up dropping out of college to move to LA a few years later. And throughout my time in LA, life has taken me through so many different plot twists. The biggest ones being I became a mom in 2020 during the COVID pandemic. At that's crazy. I struggled a lot with postpartum depression, and through that journey to heal myself, I was able to heal a lot of those mindsets that were causing me to not believe in myself, that were causing me to doubt my ability to do hard things. And through that journey, I found my calling to help empower other women the way that I was empowering myself. That calling took me down the road of life coaching. I absolutely love being a life coach. But I have been feeling in my heart that there's a next level of my life that I have been holding myself back from. And I thought that it had to do with coaching, but it dropped into my spirit two times to get back into nursing. The first time I brushed it off because honestly, this thought has popped up in my mind throughout the years, but I never gave it as much attention as I did this time around. I've been out of college for almost 10 years now, so it wasn't a thought to me to actually go forward with it. So it dropped into my spirit twice in 1 week recently. And that second time it dropped into my spirit, I started researching ways to make it happen, and I found a community college that has the full track. They have a LVN program, a LVN to RN bridge program, and in that bridge program, you can also have an option to get your BSN through a university partnership they have as well. So that's my goal. I want to do the full track here, but my immediate goal right now is to get signed up for these prereqs. And how coincidental that one of the prerequisites for becoming an LVN, taking their LVN program, is to become a CNA. I'm really, really excited to have this CNA license certification so I can start working in a hospital and really take this from being a fantasy in my head to experiencing it in real life. My goal is to do the CNA program either in the fall or the winter intercession semester. They do it based on like a lottery system. So crossing my fingers, I'll get in for the fall semester. This has been a dream for so long, and it's honestly surreal to me that I'm finally taking the steps to make it happen at almost 33. Well, I will be 33 when I start school. So at 33 years old, let's go. Let's go. Now let me tell y'all how amazing God is. I had to get gas on the way here. I paid cash, so I had some change that came back. It was $2 and change. I get here, a day parking pass is $2. Look at God, the alignment. Okay, so I had my first counseling session. It was just a drop-in, so it's only 15 minutes. I was able to map out a bit of my fall semester. However, we have ran into a little bit of a hiccup, which I've already accepted. This is just going to be a part of the nursing school journey. But I wanted to be able to apply for next year, 2026's LVN program. And in order to do that, I would have to knock out the CNA certification and then 4 prereqs. One of those prereqs has a prereq, and it's chemistry, and I was not aware of that. So now I might not be able to apply for the LVN program for next year because that application opens up in March or April, and I would have to be done with all the prereqs before that application period starts. So, and I also, I don't want to rush because my goal is to get as close to a 4.0 throughout this whole experience as possible because I want to be top candidate for everything. I want to be a top candidate for whatever program I'm applying to. I want to be a top candidate for whatever jobs I'm applying to when this is all said and done. And I want to push myself, but also I want to be realistic. And so my options are to take which again, the CNA course is a lottery. So I don't know if I'll be able to take it in the fall or the winter intersession, but I'm manifesting fall, okay? So I'll be taking the CNA course, which has clinicals, labs, all the things. It's a 6-credit course. Plus, in order for me to make the prereqs, I would have to do that CNA course plus chemistry plus anatomy plus either nutrition or psychology. So that's 4 classes because the winter intersession's only 6 weeks. So I don't want to overload that, you know? And so that would leave, after I knock out those 4, that would leave the actual class that the anatomy and the chemistry prereqs is for, which is physiology. And, oh wait, hold on. Maybe there is a way I can do this. I've been sitting in my car for an hour trying to map this out because the way my brain works, I need to see it. I need to see this whole year. Honestly, for me to not have anxiety, I need to plan it out. I'm a planner. And the more I think about it, the more I'm wondering, do I really want to do the LVN path? Or do I just want to go straight into setting myself up and getting all the prereqs out of the way for the ADN/BSN program? I honestly don't want to still be in school at 40. And nothing wrong with that, by the way. I just want to be in my RN career, preferably with a BSN, by 40, before 40. And the more I think about it, the more I think the LVN route is going to extend my journey. Granted, I will be able to make more money faster the LVN route, and that's a huge thing to think about because at the end of the day, I am a mother. I live in Los Angeles, very high cost of living. I need to start thinking about that as well, but in the long run is going the ADN BSN route right off the bat the best, because I'm going to be getting my CNA certification either in fall or winter anyway, and so I could just get the CNA job. I mean, I know at the end of the day CNAs are paid low wage, but I can get in a hospital and I can pick up overtime or whatever. I know that some of the hospital CNA jobs I found, they are 12-hour shifts, and after the 8th hour they pay time and a half. So I could stay afloat, you know what I'm saying, for the 4 years or so it would take me to finish out these prereqs and do the ADN BSN program. Is that the way? Is that the move? I'm really glad that I'm documenting this. I will be so intrigued when I have my BSN. I'm working in labor and delivery. That is my dream. I know women who look like me do not always get the best care when they're having their baby, and that is not right. That is not right. And if I can be someone there to help, I want to be there to help. I want to be a voice. I want to be a helping hand, a healing hand. I want to be a source of light in a time that can be so stressful and emotionally heavy. And so that's my dream. So I want to be doing that definitely within the next 5 years. And it's looking like going straight into the ADN BSN program might get me there faster. I'm going to have to sleep on it and do more research. It's June. Like I said, I'm a planner. I'm just thinking ahead of time. But honestly, I don't need to start really thinking about this until fall.
You see the heart?
I do. How cool. No, it's a grown-up school.
Teacher say, what's your teacher's name, Dad?
I don't know that yet. I don't find that out until August. Like you don't find out your next teacher until August.
Mommy, I want to pick a different, stuffy.
Okay, go pick something and go to bed.
Because tomorrow I want you to take the broken picture.
Okay, pick a book for had to make me some tea, child. Today was long, okay? Something about this journey has sparked me to just want to be better because I have been binging, okay, the nursing student and the RN and the LPN and the CNA vlogs. And a universal concept is you have to be very organized and structured. And so I want to start implementing that into my life now in June so that when August rolls around and I'm taking 13 or 14 credits, I'm not, starting from zero when it comes to that. So I want to get in the habit of, my daughter starts summer camp next week. So I want to get in the habit of laying out her clothes for the week so that I don't have to think about it. I want to get in the habit of meal prepping. I hate meal prepping, honestly. I might find an alternative. Maybe I'll do like one of those like Trader Joe's or Whole Foods like prepackaged things, so that I can get in the mode of planning out what I'm gonna eat ahead of the week. But I'm ready. I'm excited. Oh yes, and we have answers. We have answers. My first semester of classes, if I get into the CNA program for fall, I'm going to do the CNA course, which is 6 credits, anatomy, which is 4, and then nutrition, which is 3. I think that's a decent balance. Let me know. Nursing students, nurses, let me know. Am I wrong? If I don't get into the CNA course in fall, then I would probably do nutrition, anatomy. That would be 4 and 3, 7 credits. So I need like 5 more. Probably 2 more 3-credit classes. I'll figure it out later. I don't know if I said earlier, but one of the requirements for the CNA program is to get BLS certified. So I made some notes. I took the AHA BLS course and I took some notes. I don't even have a notebook right now. That's how like fresh this whole decision is. But I took some notes. I have like the PDFs of the different algorithms, and then I took pictures of every slide in my phone. Tomorrow I am submitting my application for the CNA program. Wish me luck because I really want to do it in fall. But it's okay. It's going to be on God's timing, and God's timing is the best timing, okay? Let thy will be done, not mine. And yeah, so tomorrow I'm doing that, and I'm studying for this BLS skills test, which I'm doing Wednesday the 11th. I'm not worried about it. I'm honestly using this studying as a practice to get my brain warmed up for studying when it matters in school. I'm excited to be one step closer to my goal of working in the hospital. Oh, hopefully by the end of the year. Woo! Today is the day I submit my application for, it's loud, so I'm gonna take the mic off. Today is the day I submit the application for the CNA program. I'm so excited, y'all, because this is really going to determine how I organize my fall semester. I am a manifester. I need to get in the environment. I need to be in the environment in which I see myself in as the RN, which is in the hospital. And I can observe, I know I'm not going to be doing anywhere near what nurses do, but I can observe them. I can see the patients and get up close and help care for them and be a part of the healthcare team that I've admired for so long and actually see what it's like in real life. I'm excited. Okay, I'm about to submit the application, and I had some not drama, but there were some minorly stressful situations that tried popping up for me on the way here, and I rebuke them. I rebuke them because stressful things, challenges always pop up right before the breakthrough, right before the blessing. And so I put that out of my mind. I will deal with that after. I will deal with that later on. But right now, my energy is high, okay? Because I'm calling this in Jesus' name. This is already mine. I already got into the CNA program for the fall semester, okay? And I'm going to send this application in at the highest frequency that I can possibly have, okay? So let's go. We're good. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay. I think next steps either, because there's conflicting instructions on the website about this. So I'm either going to get a email soon about the next steps to take, documents I need to upload, tests and vaccines I need to get done. And whoever like gets those all done first, the first 10 people who get all those things done and turn the documents in, they get into the program. Or I'm going to have to wait until the application window ends, which is on the 30th. So it's June 10th now, it ends on the 30th, and then they're going to do a lottery, and then the people who know at what point the lottery comes in, y'all. I don't know. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And y'all, I've been seeing nursing stuff everywhere. I saw those cards at Starbucks, so fitting. The graduation cap, the you can do it, the healthcare hero, like hello. And then when I came out here to fill out this application, there was a lady talking on the phone. I'm trying to check to make sure she's not still here. She was talking about nursing and doing her clinicals. I'm like, what? Come on now. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I know I keep saying I'm excited, but I also want to be very adamant that I know the reality of what I'm signing up for. I know how hard it's going to be to be a CNA. I know how hard it's going to be to balance being a CNA with being a mother, childcare, doing my prereqs. I know what a monster nursing school is, but I'm so excited and I really just want to keep this frequency of excitement even though the hard times. And I'm so glad I'm so glad God is never wrong. I'm so glad I'm starting this now with everything I know about myself as a soul, about God, about about how to have power over my mind. Like it's going to be so helpful during these next few years. Let me check my email though. Like what if they email me right away? Okay, they gave me a confirmation email that they got my application. Okay, so students who submit an online CNA application and official transcripts will be randomly selected. Okay, yeah. Okay, so they're not going to provide any information until all the applications are processed. So I have to wait till after the window closes on the 30th. They will notify all of us regardless of selection status. Thank God. So yeah, so I have to wait till the application window closes. Then they're going to randomly do the lottery, and then the students who are randomly selected, they'll be sent an email with the necessary forms and documents that must be completed by deadline date. And then people who complete the documents by the deadline date will be given permission to register for the course. So I guess to be continued until July, which is hitting the point at which I would need to start registering for fall classes. So I hope they do it timely, in July so that I still get good choices of classes. Everything's going to work out. I'm not even going to stress because I am blessed and highly favored. What is stressing? Not something I do. Okay, so I will see y'all tomorrow for the BLS skills test, and then we will wrap up this vlog. I feel like I've been all over the place, but I really wanted to give everyone an inside look into the mind of someone who is pre nursing. Okay, like probably pre nursing. Because I know there's so many of us who are on the same page, wondering, going back and forth, like, can I do this? Will it work? What do I do? How do I do it? And we're in our 30s. We're moms. We're single moms. We're making it happen. Okay, we're making it happen, and we will do this. We will walk across that stage. No matter if you're becoming an LVN, an RN, whatever, a CNA, you got this. You are smart and intelligent. You are capable. You are resilient. You are strong, and you can do whatever. And most importantly, you are resourceful because we're going to have to be very resourceful to make this work, and we will. Okay, I claim that over all of us right now in Jesus' name. We got it. I got it. You got it. We got it. Let's go. I will see you tomorrow. This is the room. I just got done with the test. So crazy. That test was so hard. I was sweating. I was in that room sweating. Ah! I don't know what it's like for other CPR tests, but this one I did the learning part online, and then I came into this automated dummy situation where there was no instructor. There was just the computer telling me like how to do the things and giving me prompts and guiding me through the exercises. And there was an adult dummy and a baby dummy. And the adult dummy gave me hell. It was so hard because look at my arms, y'all. Like, look at these arms. It was so hard for me to get the proper depth. There was a compressions part, a rescue breathing part, and then a two-part rescuer part where you had to like go back and forth between doing compressions and doing the rescue breathing. Both parts that included compressions, 2 out of the 3 parts, I had to retake 3 times because it was so hard for me to get the proper depth. They showed me in one of because if you fail, they will give you a video with tips. So I had to, instead of doing it the way that they show you where you interlace your fingers, I have to put my dominant hand down and then I grab the wrist of that hand with my other hand so that I can get some extra depth going, extra pressure, extra strength, because I was oh my god, it was so hard. I thought I was gonna fail, but I reminded myself, you gotta think the part. okay? Because I'm already there. I'm already a RN. I already have my BSN. I'm already the version of me I've been dreaming of since 14, okay? I'm already her. And because I'm already her, I already know how to do this. I already know how to do CPI. I already know how to do CPR. I already have my CPR card, okay? And so I had to tap into that mentality. And this again is where life coaching comes in handy. I'm really excited that I have this background because I was easily going to psych myself out if I did not know how to rescue myself from the pits of limited thinking. But I did it. And after the adult portion, the baby portion was a breeze. The baby's chest had like no resistance. The adult chest, oh my God. It almost took me out, but I survived and I got my card. So now when I get my acceptance into the CNA program, which I'm manifesting, it's going to happen. Okay. It's not a if, it is a when. I can automatically have that good to go. And then I just got to make those appointments to get my vaccinations and all the things, which they can do at my school for, low cost, they said, and I'll be good to go. I'm gonna claim one of those spots in that program for the fall. Amen. Okay, already mine. It's already mine. So update on where I am about my schooling. I didn't realize that for financial aid purposes, there's a thing as like the maximum time frame, and because I have already done college a few times, I never got a degree, but I've spent a couple years in college 10 years ago, 9 or 10 years ago, when I was going for a marketing degree. And because this is a associate's I'm going for, I'm very close to that maximum time frame of when I can get FAFSA, and that's not fun. So now I'm gonna go home and fill out a bunch of scholarship applications just in case anything goes wrong with the financial aid anytime soon. I'll have a way to keep paying for school because I want this so bad. I want this so bad. And, you know, whatever. When you're called to something, God makes a way for you. So this is part 1 of the journey. I'm so excited. I'm going to end this vlog here. My birthday is tomorrow, which is going to be fun. You know what's really wild? Ever since I had this revelation to go back into becoming an RN, life has been throwing a lot of challenges my way. I just started dealing with a car problem that's gonna cost me some bread, and it's crazy that this is happening right before my birthday, and this is happening right, you know, in the middle of this glorious time, this exciting time. And I'm not gonna let anything get me down. You know, I'm not gonna let anything get me down, because at the end of the day, it's already mine. As I said, I believe that on such a deeper level now, that it is already mine. It is already mine. It is already mine. God has already given it to me. Things just move differently time-wise down here in the 3D realm, and that's okay. It's going to catch up. Outside circumstances, don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you into thinking that you are not already being blessed with what you have asked for. You have already been blessed with what you have been asked for the moment you ask for it. It's about aligning with that knowing and allowing it to become a knowing that you revolve your whole life around. I am in a point where I'm going to revolve my whole life around that inner knowing that this is already mine. It doesn't matter what challenge I face. It doesn't matter who does what, or when, or whatever, or what car breaks down. It doesn't matter, because the challenges have already been conquered. The achievements have already been achieved. The life I want is already what I am living, and I cannot let what the present looks like in this earthly realm distract me from what is true in God's eyes. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. This is the first of many. I'll probably do another one when I get the determination about whether I'm in the CNA program or not, and then when I finalize my schedule for fall, which is going to be super exciting, and get the final financial aid information and all that. That'll be in July. And when school starts, I'm going to aim to vlog every couple weeks at first, once a month max, until I get my flow of school, and because, you know, I'm balancing a lot, but we're gonna make it do what it do, baby. And once I figure out that flow, I'll determine if I can go to like a weekly vlog basis or whatnot. But yeah, let me know what you want to see from me. I'm excited for the journey. I'm excited to grow and glow and share this amazing journey in hopes that it inspires someone else out there to go for their dream that they let die decades and decades ago, and is now being called to revive, because we can do it. You're being called to it for a reason. Go for it. Bye.